Zelda. You either know it because you played it, heard about it, or you spent way too much time in the internet's moldiest corners. I'll be back in 10 minutes. However you know, and I'm not here to judge. Zelda's one of those things that anyone can get into. It's a prized possession for Nintendo and has been one of the most effective parenting methods for children over the last 40 years, teaching crucial life lessons like animal abuse being a bad thing, or digging up graves can get you paid. Thank you, great-great-grandfather, for your gracious donation. In all seriousness, the franchise has been crucial to the evolution of video games and has been a staple in many of our lives. Even with the games having changed so much throughout the years, we as fans can still connect through our universal love for the franchise. As a whole, this all comes down to the staying power and longevity of the Zelda games, which have resulted from the immense amount of care put into every game. Now, let's take a pause for a sec. It's not gonna be some dumb video essay where I tell you these reasons are why Zelda is objectively perfect in every way, and no, it's not gonna be that. Zelda's something that has been very dear to me since I was a kid, and I want to talk about some reasons why I fell in love with the franchise. I still think it's one of gaming's greatest achievements to this day, so if you don't agree with me, you're fucking... Beyblade, web shooters, cosplay, leaf blower, Australia, trans-dimensional portal that turns you into a fucking rabbit. Whoa. Holy. When it comes to cool items, Zelda is second to none. The shit you can do is crazy. These games have such a freedom about them that gives players the most obscure objects and forces them to utilize them in different situations. Fair warrior, you cannot handle the power of my ball. Gargantuan, massive, spiky ball. Oh shit. On top of that, these mechanics change and improve game to game. I guess White Man can jump after 10,000 years, and don't you dare make that Zelda 2 argument. Fuck that game. The song slaps, though. Between each entry in the Zelda franchise, the developers always manage to ensure that there's a level of innovation for upcoming games. While other properties struggle to make that leap between each generation, Zelda embraces that change and almost all the time serves as the pillar for the next generation of gaming. Look back to the first adventure in the franchise. To be able to explore an open world was something rather foreign for games at the time. Back then, the games were very arcade-centric, which, while not necessarily a bad thing, it left a desire for what more could be done with gaming. Series creators Shigeru Miyamoto and Takashi Tezuka wanted the game to be unique and challenging for players in a different way. Fast forward to the late 90s and Zelda's made the jump to 3D, while other games, again, struggled to do so. The new director at the time, Eiji Aonuma, helped lead the creation of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, two of the most critically acclaimed games of all time. While sometimes the leaps are bigger than others and can have issues, there's always a level of quality that has to be acknowledged when looking at the Zelda franchise. This innovation and new facets the developers give you is part of what makes Zelda, Zelda. These iconic moments are replicated game to game while adding nuances that make them feel fresh while being familiar and nostalgic. I don't think that there will ever be a time where I won't have a big ear-to-ear grin while pulling the Master Sword. The magic of the Zelda games are always enhanced by a particular magic sauce. No, not that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the music. The score in Zelda is one of the most powerful tools in the developer's disposal because they help capture the special moments of magic within each game, fully engraving the core memories into us. With that, we can always come back to revisit the games, where the music helps to welcome us back with open arms. It helps bring us towards a simpler time in our lives when we didn't have the responsibilities we now face. I personally think back to playing the collector's edition of Ocarina of Time on the GameCube during summer break with my older brother. Riding around on Epona in what seemed like an infinite world while the bombastic overworld theme played gave you this immense feeling of freedom. It's these core memories that the fans of the series can connect over. Maybe it brings you back to a side quest where you had to help out one of the townspeople to get some sort of cool reward, or unlocking a brand new item, or maybe it resurfaces the old trauma of playing the stupid fucking octopus baseball minigame that took the entire essence out of your damn body! Fuck baseball, man! Fuck baseball. Sorry about that. The point is that these musical cues can immerse us in the game. Take a listen to some of these songs and see how they make you feel. How about this one? And this? These songs serve as that part of nostalgic aura that works to recapture audiences whenever by returning to an entry in the series. They help to bring back the old lenses that we wouldn't use on a daily basis now. It gives Zelda that warm charm that is so fundamental in these games. But at the end of the day, it's only that little cherry on top, and the real magic of the Zelda games comes from the world itself. In video games, the connection between the player and the world is fundamental, so making a bland world causes there to be a struggle for the player's interest. What really sets Zelda apart from other games is the world that it puts you in. Every game manages to do the exact same thing, which is engulf people. But how? How can Zelda so easily achieve what many AAA studios can't? Well, it all starts with this little green man named Link. Link is the perfect protagonist for the series, as he's meant to connect the player to the game. His name's fucking Link, go look it up. It's meant to be the link between the user and the game. He generally does not speak, however, whenever he does convey something, we have the choice of what his actions are. When he speaks, you can impose your personality onto him, whether it be intonation, thoughts, actions, or anything. He serves as the gateway into a fantasy world where you are the hero no matter who you are. Most of the games even give us the option to name Link whatever we may choose, so you can go save the world as the... Everyone who's played a Zelda game has gotten lost, whether that be because you were stuck in sort of convoluted dungeon, I'm looking at you, Water Temple, or you wandered off because of some stupid minigame that took away all your mental fortitude, maybe you just wanted to adventure. Whatever it was, Zelda's intrigue frequently comes from that ability to explore, to experiment with different items and ideas. The world is designed so the player can fit right in and play at their own pace, because this journey that you embark on is yours. Hyrule is always in need of your heroics, your skills, and your imagination. So much of the fun comes from being able to create your own mini-stories within the game to fill in the gaps. Heck, fans even spent years trying to work out a damn timeline for the game, which was not meant to exist in the first place. And after long deliberation, I think I've finally uncovered the true way the timeline was meant to be. Just add this up here, these should go together, that makes sense, and then just gotta... Wait, what? No! What the f— Even though the timeline may have some holes, the point is that the developers acknowledge the fans' creativity and storytelling. These games are always ready for us no matter what the circumstances are, and that's what makes coming back to them feel so seamless. Series creator Shigeru Miyamoto stated, "I think that inside every adult is the heart of a child. We just gradually convince ourselves that we have to act more like adults." When it comes down to it, the Zelda world brings out the heart of our inner child, which connects us to perhaps a more stable time in our lives. As we become adults, that path that's carved out for us as children starts to dissipate, and we have to start paving our own way. But in that time, people often forget that playful essence they once had. These games welcome players back with the warm embrace that reminds us of our old adventures. For me, it all comes down to the fundamental understanding developers have of the series. It's a place where anyone from any background can immerse themselves in a different world from your own. The world is a safe zone where you or a friend can exist without disturbance from the real world. It's a place where you are the legendary hero that everyone calls upon. And it's this concept that has transcended generations and continues to this day. And as a result, we were gifted with gaming's greatest achievement. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I'm planning to actually use this channel a lot more now, so if there are any other series that you want me to make a video on, then let me know, and please make sure to subscribe if you want to see more. So yeah, take care.